Hey there, Aquarius, Sun, Aquarius, Moon, Aquarius, Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I'm laughing because I had to do this again. Why? It's Mercury in retrograde. There's always static on the line that happens from that, and so I was kind of struggling, so I started over. So here we go. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button so that our energies can connect, and what I say might more likely resonate with you. Mercury in retrograde is about communication issues, and so you might find that I'm struggling a lot. I'm a water sign, and it's happening in water, and whoo, okay, so there's that. This week we're going to cover the weekly, where the moon's at, what it's doing. Of course, we're going to do that. We're going to focus a little bit in on the new moon in Scorpio and how that can affect everything. We're going to talk about Mercury in retrograde, and then we're going to do the destiny reading. And I will timestamp for the destiny reading, so if you want to just skip to that because that's why you clicked on the video, you can do that. It is okay, but be sure and hit the thumbs up button, all right? So here we go. I'm going to talk about Mercury in retrograde first. There are 5 things that are recommended from Yasmin Boland and Kim Parnell in the Mercury retrograde book, and it says, rethink your career trajectory. Why? Because this is happening. Scorpio is your 10th house of career. It's a very public persona. As the people see it, it is putting you out there, and that's the part that they really see. And so that is ruled by. That's where Scorpio is happening. Yes. Okay, so rethink your career trajectory. Reflect on what you want your life legacy to be. Scorpio energy is also about other people's money. So whether it's in a business where you're invested with someone else, your business investments, if it's like for your retirement plan, money that you've invested jointly with your significant other, that kind of money that also comes up and needs kind of a look through. And so while you're revamping your career and stuff, you might want to take a look at your investments and where they are because of this energy also. And it says time to take care of your old business. So if there is something that's been sitting there waiting to get done, now is the time. Get that stuff done, get it checked off, and then reapply for the job you didn't get before that you still want. So if there was something that you wanted, things might have shifted and changed. Make sure you look at your resume, update it, make sure that you double check it, that you cross the T's and dot the I's, and that you're using those proactive adjectives to describe yourself. Do all the things. If you need to take I'm sure on YouTube you can find it, but there's lots of courses you could take on how to write a good resume, right? So take a look at your LinkedIn. Does it look like a good resume? And then revamp your public image. So that's part of that. So take a look, go through your Facebook page. Employers do check out your Facebook page. So if you're looking to make some kind of a career change, make sure your Facebook page is cleaned up. Having too many political things on there is not a good thing these days. So, depending on what you want, I know Aquarius, you sometimes just want to change the world, and if your job that you're looking for, that won't be an issue, fine. But if it's something sensitive, like let's say you want to be a school teacher and you have like some really highly political things on there, then it might create some issues. So just take a look at your Facebook page and clean it up if you need to. Take a look at your LinkedIn, clean it up, update it. Okay, be ready to go. So that's something you can really use this energy for that will be very positive. This new moon in Scorpio, it's this energy of balancing the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, but bringing it into balance in a very karmically good way. It's about being independent and standing up for yourself and not taking anybody's crap, right? And so this new beginning, as you're looking forward and you're setting off on this trajectory and you're trying to do these things, taking all of that into account, will make it easier. We've got this opportunity, like the first 72 hours after a new moon, and the new moon happened on Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you live in the world, is a really strong energy of manifestation, planting your seeds of intention. But in order to do that, you kind of need to go in and pull out some stuff to make room for it. So if you want to You want to plant new things. You got to clear some space. So what can you pull out? Write that stuff down on a piece of paper, like I'm eliminating my anger about this situation or these people or whatever. And then I didn't like how this job treated me, but I'm going to stop worrying about that, whatever it is, right? And then plant your seeds of attention. Be very, shoot for the stars. This time you get to really shoot for the stars because the energy of manifestation with all of the planetary actions are so high. And what you think about, you bring about. So keeping it positive and higher vibrational energy would be the way to go. And so also, you can raise your vibration by writing out your gratitude list. What are you grateful for? And it does not have to be just about what you're asking for, but all the gratitude across the spectrum of your life. What are you grateful for? Even those hard lessons where you learn something, you should be grateful that you had the opportunity to learn and grow. So writing all that stuff down and then ceremonially burning it and turning it over to spirit is a really good way to really just, and then scatter those ashes. Because this is Scorpio season, the death and the rebirth, the phoenix rising from the ashes. This is your opportunity to really get some stuff done. So that's what's going on with that energy. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have happening this week. That moon in Scorpio is also about, it's about going within, maybe isolating yourself a little. So because it's Scorpio energy, like you can be doing something on the inside and nobody sees it. Nobody sees what you're doing, and that's okay, especially if you're looking to change careers, right? You might not want to telegraph all that information out there. So go ahead and go within, draw within to figure out what you want to do, plant your seeds of intention. I heard mask what you're doing. Mask what you're doing. So a little secrecy in your most exposed part of the chart, right? The 10th house is the part that everybody sees. It is the height of your chart. It's called the midhaven. It's at the top of the chart. It gets the most light shown on it. And so maybe a little secrecy about any moves you're making will be very beneficial. So just keep that in mind as you're moving forward here. So with this energy here of, kind of keeping some stuff on the down low for yourself, you have weight. Don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. So if you are looking to make a career move, maybe announcing it is not the way to go. If you are dusting up your LinkedIn, don't put it out on the LinkedIn profile maybe, but take a look at your LinkedIn and make notes to yourself about what you're going to put in there when you go to do that. But you can start cleaning up your Facebook page right now. There's no reason to wait on that. Wow, these two cards have shown up each. This one 3 times. I think this was in a private reading, but this one I've seen 3 times today. So when that moon moves into Sagittarius, it gets there at 5:58 p.m. on Tuesday. This is time to start looking toward the future and being filled with hope and what do you want to do and what do you want to grow. And it's also a really great time to be productive. There's a lot of productive energy with it. It's about accepting help or accepting a situation for what it is. Either one, so that it can create growth in your life. So it can move things forward. Now with the moon in Sagittarius, it's very impulsive. It's like, oh, I want to go and do this now. Remember that you're supposed to be waiting. Hold your horses a little. So we have wild, pure heart. What do you really want? This is about you doing what you really love and being where you really want to be. And we have whole again, dragon of rebirth. Sagittarius had this in Scorpio, I think. Or maybe it was Libra and Scorpio. It was 2 signs in a row. Maybe it was Libra and Scorpio that had this. So if those are in your chart, that's really significant that this is about becoming whole again, balancing the masculine and the feminine energies. This is about removing what's not working to allow room to grow. If you've been in a job that has been stifling you and not allowing you to grow and become who you are meant to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing, this is an opportunity to look at how you can to make some changes to start moving in that direction. But I feel like you need to be laying groundwork, not necessarily jumping off the bridge just yet, okay? I think there's Mercury in retrograde causes delays and slowdowns, and honestly, it takes 6 to 18 months for those seeds of intention to really come to fruition. And so, if you are looking to change jobs, it might not be something that happens in the next, few weeks. It might be 6 months. It might be a year from now. It could be 18 months from now. But laying the groundwork, figuring out what it is that makes your heart super happy, that will make you whole, that will get you there. And that's kind of where you want to be putting your focus and putting your energy right now. So Mercury goes retrograde Thursday, the 31st at 11:41 a.m. So welcome to retrograde. Although this one's been pretty intense, and I can't believe you haven't already been feeling it to some degree. Ooh. Okay. When the moon moves into Capricorn, Capricorn is your 11th house. I'm sorry, your 12th house of spiritual growth, of dreams, of wishes and desires that are kind of the ones that need to be really brought down and made into a practical plan to make them happen. This is about where do you invest? Where do you invest in yourself? Where do you invest your time? Where do you invest your energy? Patience is going to be key. It's that slow, steady, cautious, careful next step process, nurturing. It's the small shoots that need to be protected to grow. It's like you're planting the seeds of intention. You're keeping the garden weeded. It's giving it the right nutrients. And part of the right nutrients is self-love and allowing the abundance of the universe to flow all over you. But I can't believe how many cards we have here. It's so many. Okay. I will read those two. These I'm just going to go over really quick. It says blessings of the Supreme Being. Well, that one doesn't really need a reading anyways. You are being blessed at this particular juncture. You have rare intersection of heaven and earth. That's the blessings again. We have progress on the path. Again, you are headed in the right direction. You are being guided, and out of the darkness, the light is born. The difficulties, the hard times, the hard things that you've been through, those are the lessons that you've learned that are taking you to where you need to go. And then we have the precious and the rare and the sweet paradox of empowering grace. Those we will read. They both have very transformative energies. We have the hummingbird right here, using your intuition, and we have the seeing into the dark. We've got the panther and the butterfly of transformation, which to me feels very much like hard to find these opportunities for growth. Like this is like a very special moment in time. But let's just start with the first one here, the sweet paradox of empowering grace. When there is something within your heart that you know you are on this planet to accomplish, you shall be given equal grace, power, talent, and ability to succeed in that mission. This is the divine promise and sacred plan for you. If a miracle is required for success, then one shall be given. Pray with courage and confidence for your rightful divine inheritance, and allow your bold heart and loving soul to believe in the beautiful hope-filled destiny, which is basically what all those cards are saying, right? You are being given a divine orchestrated gift and opportunity here, moving out of the shadow into the light, right? And so the precious and the rare. You have the strength to handle any challenge, even the ones that intimidate you. You may feel that you are alone in the fight sometimes, but there are forces of good and spirit upon the earth that are fighting with you, supporting you, believing in you, assisting you, and championing your success. It may not always feel that way like it, but you are not in this alone. There is help at hand to uncover a hidden piece of information which will allow truth and justice to prevail. So there's peering into the darkness to see what you need to know to transform. Spirit wants to help you, but they can't if you don't ask. And when I see all these cards that are saying, hey, Spirit's here, Spirit's here, Spirit's here, I have to stop and ask myself, have you been asking for their help, because that's a lot of cards like waving hello. Hey, we're here. We're here. We have a plan. We've got you back. So if you've been losing heart, if you thought, well, I thought I was on the right track, but now I'm not. Have I been abandoned? What is the problem here? You're not abandoned. Spirit is there, and Spirit is asking you to believe in yourself, to ask them for their guidance. They will give you the information that you need as you need it. The light will be shown on the things that you need to listen to your intuition, follow the guidance. And then we have the moon moving into the house of you, Aquarius, right? On Sunday, which is all about being able to look outside, see outside the box, to find that unusual way of problem solving. It's creative problem solving at its best. Its ability to adapt, to move. Even though this is the Aquarius energy, it feels very much like Capricorn energy. So I feel like it's just like sliding right into this while you're looking down into the future, and you see that the path is lighting up before you, and you are not wrong, because it says launching your journey. I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. And I just sailing forth into the universe makes me want to say, hey, the wind, that wind in the sails that's driving the boat forward on this journey that you are launching on, that wind is the wind of Spirit, right? So asking Spirit to help you to adjust your sails, to move you in the direction that you want to go, is very helpful at this time. So communication with Spirit, spend time in meditation, writing, journaling. Journaling feels so important at this particular time. So journaling. So I have this issue, this problem, this thing I want to solve. These are my possible solutions. Start writing like possible solutions, and then see what happens. Because a lot of times when we do that, that's when you start channeling your higher self, and you get the information and the guidance that you need. And if you do that on a regular basis, you're going to be really impressed with how many great ideas you have that are coming from your higher self. And so you have here for the best, for the next step in your, in bringing about moving towards your destiny, you actually have action. So that launching your journey, that's action. You know, Spirit's got you. Even though we have this weight, this is waiting for the right moment. So it may not be right at the beginning of the week. It might be a little later in the week, but there is action. But action can also be organizing it and getting the process ready. So it says, action is a state or the process of acting or doing something to achieve a purpose. In this step, you take action. You invoke the healing energy of the archangels. Okay, so Archangel Metatron. Oh, Archangel Metatron. Okay. So Archangel Metatron, also known as the Holy Spirit, it's the network, it's the wind blowing. It is the wind in your sails. And so asking Archangel Metatron to help you, to guide you. Archangel Metatron works with intuition. That third eye really gives you the information that you need. Very much in this way, it looks like that kind of energy to me. So, oh, I forgot to do that. All right, so I'm sorry if I forgot to timestamp that, so I'm going to do it now, but I'm going to back it up until 17 minutes. If that's inaccurate, I'm sorry. You might need to back up a little further to get to the Archangel, into the step card. I'm just distracted. Okay. I was distracted by what I was hearing. So what I actually saw was a network. It wasn't really what I was hearing, it's what I saw. It kind of, it reminded me of the movie The Matrix, when you can see like how everything is interconnected. It kind of also looked like a web that, you know how when you go out on a fall morning and the dew is on the webs in the corner of the barn or whatever, and they're all just sparkly and lit up. That's what it looked like. So I feel like, you know, I think it's like wait for the information to come to you, but you're going to start taking action really soon. So, Archangel Gabriel is the overall energy for the destiny part here. Archangel is at your throat chakra, and it is finding the right words, which is going to be really important with Mercury retrograde. It might take a little bit more struggle. So maybe the waiting part is waiting to find the right words, waiting to write up your resume in just the right way, finding the right words, written and oral, to accomplish what it is that you're going for here. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and get down into this and see what we have. All right. You ended up with 3 cards at the center for the key, so I'm dying to see what's going on with that. Ooh. Okay, so you have appreciation, blossoming abundance, and man holding a heart. Now, man holding a heart in a general reading does not necessarily depict a man coming into your life. It depicts the action of expressing appreciation and love for the abundance in your life, for the people in your life, for your, whatever it is. So the key here is going to be appreciation and expressing that appreciation for whatever is the blossoming abundance in your life, be it a work situation, a relationship, whatever it is, because this destiny card has to do with more than just your 10th house, but your 10th house does seem to have a lot of influence in what's going on here. In the recent past, you were really dealing with trying to receive love, and we have the happy family. It almost feels like a search for where will I find the love that brings the happy family, and this totally does not feel like career anymore. This energy feels very much like we're on the personal. Okay, you have a lot of anxiety about some kind of a transition you're trying to make, because you have action is required for the next thing. Wow, maybe I should tip this up just a little bit so you can see that card. Okay, action is required. And then you have this anxiety that's in the house of transformation. I think you know what you need to do. You just really are worried about the fallout. It's that web again, right? Like when this is going to have a ripple effect out to that. But remember, you're being encouraged to launch your journey and to become whole again. And so in the future, in the house of abundance, you have abundance. The cornucopia. And this isn't just, okay, so we have blossoming abundance, and then we have the cornucopia in the future. Opportunity exists right now to create this. Dealing with your fears. Overcoming your fears. Using your intuition, asking for spiritual guidance to help you navigate next steps. So maybe not rushing, but taking action, right? Slow and steady wins the race here. Cautious, careful steps. In the recent past, we've had a lot of anxiety about all the hostilities. Like, that card's shown up a couple times today, too. Fortunately for you, it's in the past. That means you're moving out of that energy. It's like you put down the sword and you stopped fighting. And so now it's time to take a look around at where you're going. I think there's still a lot of anxiety holding back the anxiety is holding back the transformation. Okay, in the future, in the area of your heart, you have divine inspiration. You have the crown chakra, 7th chakra. It's Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel also is about ancient wisdom and knowledge coming to you. This is divine inspiration. I think asking for help and guidance right now to navigate through these times. But, I mean, that's lovely. So the main obstacle appears to be some kind of a community. So either where you work, You have family dynamics, friend dynamics. I mean, sometimes you know how it is when you break up with somebody, and half of your friends go with the partner, and it changes the dynamics, right? Like, who are you gonna? So that could be a thing. Maybe you quit a job, and that's what's creating all this anxiety. But it looks like if you follow your intuition, so maybe you hate where you work and you don't feel appreciated, and you're taking that crap home, and it's making it difficult at home. And wanting to receive love could be wanting to receive appreciation, especially because these two are tagged up here. So the need to give appreciation so that you receive appreciation. I call it catching someone doing something right when it's a really great management technique. And so you can do that at work where you notice, you're aware of what other people are doing, and you make sure you say, wow, good job on that. Sincere compliments. Don't make crap up. People know when you're making crap up. I'm not talking about brown nosing and blowing sunshine up someone's you know what, but sincere appreciation and recognition of, the guy at the security gate, who always checks the credentials and does that, whatever. He's keeping your property safe, right? I mean, whatever it is, make sure that you are expressing gratitude and using a real appreciative attitude moving forward, because what you are putting out into the universe is what you're going to receive back. Oh, here we go. Heart healing. Archangel Raphael. Wow, they are all showing up here. Allowing your heart to heal. That's the action step. Self-love, self-care, self-nurturing, also showing appreciation to others. They are all showing up here. So, remember when I said Archangel Metatron was who you should be talking to? There he is. This is the time to get in touch with your angels. And these are the big guys, right? And they are all here. Reiki healing would be really a thing. When I see this many chakra cards showing up here that maybe could use a little rebalancing, I will put Nancy's information below. She's very affordable, but she's also very good. It's a nice combination. And she can do it remotely. You can do it by video with her, or you can make an appointment. And you don't even have to be on the phone with her or anything. I like to do mine with her by Skype just because I like to check in with her and see what she saw, but you can do it, with email. So Reiki healing is just moving energy around and bringing your chakras into alignment. And when I'm looking at this, I feel like that could be a real nice step forward for you to help you relieve the anxieties. Looks like you are really, really stressed out. Which, actually, considering the Aquarius as I know, kind of makes a lot of sense to me. Alright, this is cards I'm pulling for just our overall health. What kind of guidance can we get for Aquarius for just overall health issues? It could be physical, mental, spiritual. I don't know. We'll see what we get. We have forgiveness heals. So this is about the heart. Okay, so Archangel Raphael. This is healing of the heart energies. This is being willing to forgive others for being human and forgiving yourself for being human, and understanding that because we're closing out all these major karmic cycles right now, there are a lot of people who are in relationships with karmic teachers. People you agreed, souls that you agreed to come into this world, this lifetime, this incarnation, to balance some karma. To balance the karma, which is really what this this new moon in Scorpio is about, right? It's about balancing the karma. And so karma is being balanced, and now it's time to release ourselves from these karmic debts, release ourselves from these karmic situations. So understanding that they agreed to come and do this hard work with you. And it hasn't been any easier probably for them than it has been for you on some levels. And it's not about who's the winner and who's the loser. It's about what did you learn. And when you free yourself from feeling like you're a victim and you start understanding that this was a lesson and this was a balancing and what did you learn, and asking Saint Michael, who's not here for whatever reason, everybody else is, to come in and cut the cords of negative karmic energy in your life, and Archangel Raphael to help with the healing, and Archangel Gabriel to help you to speak the words of appreciation, and then using your intuition and Archangel Metatron to help guide you so that you can receive information from your higher self. This is about past life stuff being sorted out when I see Uriel there in the heart space. This is about balancing out past life karmas in the heart space. And your higher self has those Akashic records and they know. And so listening to your intuition will guide you through this process, but it starts with forgiving yourself for being human. That's all. You didn't do anything wrong. You know, you're working through karma. In fact, what might feel like, oh my gosh, I never should have done that, is more like, wow, I had to do that to heal this karma so that I can ascend, so I can move to the next phase of this, of my soul's growth. And so being appreciative of the opportunity to work through that and allow the growth to come in. All right, I'm going to switch gears a little and we're going to look at abundance, but I don't know what we're going to get here because okay, wow, this is interesting. Oh, okay, no, this makes sense. All right, so to bring abundance into your life, we have quiet retreat. This is that withdrawing into yourself, centering into yourself, getting in connection with spirit through your higher self, using Archangel Metatron, asking him to help you to connect to your higher self, Archangel Uriel to help you connect to your higher self. This is taking that time out, that space to rest. If you're coming out of what looks like a difficult relationship here, allowing yourself that quiet downtime to allow the spiritual growth, to allow the communication. I know that you want the abundance, right? But in order to get there, it looks like you have a lot of work to do on yourself, like your higher self, like the balancing of your chakras, like the forgiveness of yourself. It's just spiritual growth. You came here to do this, so allow the space for it. You don't need to be out socializing. You know, so often when we get out of a rough relationship, the first thing everybody wants to do is go out and start dating and finding someone else new. But if you do that and you don't allow the time for the healing and the growth, you are going to be put back into the same kind of relationship you just got out of. You won't have made any progress. So allow that. The leaves are falling out of the trees. Allow the time for them to break down into the soil. Allow the winter to happen. Allow the time for the soil to be replenished and nurtured with the nutrients, with the moisture, so that in the spring something can grow. Take the time out. So if you've just come out of a difficult relationship, Aquarius, take a pause, take a breath, wait. Don't go jumping into a new relationship. Give yourself space to become whole. The rebirth of the dragon is whole again. Allow the healing to happen. Allow yourself to become whole. Spirit's got you. Boy, does Spirit have you. And then remember that your superpower is that you are a co-creator with the universe. You can create this cornucopia of abundance. You have a lot of help here. Remember that? There's all these cards about the angels all showed up here. The angels basically showed up here, launching your journey, sailing forth into the universe. But the sails are filled with the wind of the Holy Spirit, the wind of Source, the sun of Source, the light. Allow yourself to be guided, knowing that you are protected. That's a lot of protection here. I gotta say, it doesn't look like your sense of financial stability or sense of, okay, so the lower chakras, the root chakras are about, do I feel financially secure? Do I feel able to take care of myself? Am I self-confident? Those are not showing up here. And so I feel like, although the appreciation is here, so I wonder about that second chakra, the sacral chakra, about self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, if that's not been affected. But I feel like the warning here is, just because you've been in a situation that has stunted your growth on an emotional level, on a spiritual level, don't close off your heart. Allow the forgiveness to happen, to open your heart. Okay, so these cards are fractal art. They're really cool. This one here is 19, which is 1 plus 9 is 10, which is 1. That's a new beginning. And I don't know, but to me that looks like a bunch of butterflies. I also see a spider in that, and spiders are all about, what do you want to create? Oh my gosh, I've never seen this one. Wow. I've had this deck. This is one of the first decks I bought. So, wow, I've never seen this one. So it's 14. It's a 5. Fives are about changes, and changes are never easy. But it looks like moving out of the dark into the light. It almost feels like a birthing, right? Like coming through the birth canal kind of thing. That's interesting. I can't wait to see what that is. Oh, and this one, I think this one's about your fears. And this is 11. Which is a 2. It's about choices. About 11 is a spiritual number. It's about spirit having your back. But I'm going to take them in order. So we'll start with this one, number 11, and see what the cards have to say. That was just the numerology. Okay, so we have inflow. Inflow, launching your journey and allowing spirit to carry you along, right? So this is the expression inflow, in full flow. Let yourself be heard. Time to take center stage. This is about feeling the universal flow of energy, joy, creativity, and communication. Sing and dance and let yourself be seen in all your glory. Set your creative inner being free. Express all those things inside of you that you would normally hide from the world. Seems so out of touch with everything else we've gotten here, right? I know you're thinking that, because I am. This feels to me more like being in flow with spirit. Let's see what 14 is here. I might have missed something. That happens. This is called footprints. It does look like footprints. You have beautiful intentions of doing well in this world and have a lasting positive effect on the planet. This is part of the divine plan you created for yourself before you came here. Those inner aspirations you feel and the daydreams associated with them are whispering of your soul calling you to your purpose. This is all part of your journey. The time has come to take the steps necessary to set this dream in motion. Okay. Okay, so I'm taking the time out to heal. That's important. It is. There's this wait card. There's the time for retreat. I don't know how long that'll be, but while you're retreating and communicating with spirit, I think you'll know. And when the time comes, and it feels like the time is coming soon, we have launching your journey. We have those footprints. The time is coming. And with all the spiritual energy here, I feel like you came here with a divine purpose that really needs to be heard, be communicated to the world. So, gathering your strength seems like get ready. And then we have clarity. This one is called clarity. A beautiful clarity has begun for you. Your mental, physical, and emotional bodies are undergoing a detoxification process. You may have already noticed your thought process are more clear and exact. Your physical body is running more energy, and old emotional issues are being released from the cells. Once this cleanse is complete, you can look forward to expecting more joy and contentment in life. This clarity also brings with it a deeper understanding of your purpose here on earth. You are being renewed in every way. All right, that all makes sense now. Okay, so here we go. This is what's happening. You are going through an upgrade. You're being detoxified from karmic bad situations, from negative energy. I think every one of you, it's going to be a little different time frame. So wait until you're ready, but you'll know when you're ready. Be in contact with spirit. This feels like you have a mission ahead of you, but you need to heal from the karmic crap first so that you can go out and do it. So forgive yourself, forgive others, let it go. So unimportant. What's important now is that you make regular time for meditation, journaling, something. This quiet retreat doesn't necessarily mean that you need to withdraw from society as much as you need to make regular contact with spirit. Daily. It feels like daily. So, because this is creative goddess energy, this position of this moon in Scorpio, apparently this one wants to come too. Okay, so we have the arts. Express your thoughts through creative activities. That's why. Okay, so through the act of creating, whether you're working with clay or paint or pencil or sewing or knitting or planting a new garden or building something, like maybe you're into carpentry or whatever, through the act of actually creating something, physically using your hands and your thought process together to create something new, you are going to activate the healing process in your life. And now we're talking about love. Wow, are we ever? So we have Aphrodite, the inner goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, appreciating your divinity. Appreciation of self. It's the key. Loving yourself, giving that love to yourself. That would be that man holding the heart, would be giving the love to yourself, self-appreciation, nurturing yourself, believing in yourself, because when you love yourself and you forgive yourself and you have this unconditional love of yourself, then you have that ability to give that to others. And that's when you draw in this happy family energy that you really wanted. Oh my gosh, the light. There we go. A lot like the Ten of Cups, right? So we have undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. And Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Having faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So I can't tell what that means from these other cards, except that if you love yourself and you forgive yourself, and then that opens up the door to love and forgive others. And I think that you're going to attract into your life this undying love. Okay, so Mercury's in retrograde. It could be someone you've known in this lifetime, but it could be that you're attracting in the love that you were planning to come here to be with someone you know from a past life. So this feels like twin flame energy to me, is what that feels like. So you're co-creating with spirit. You came here with a mission and a plan. Feels like there's a couple things at play here. The mission and the plan does not necessarily mean it's revolving around the love. You being Aquarius, this is your chance to change the world. Because when I look at this, this is about changing the world, right? And so that's your mission, your plan, and you got a lot of high-powered energy coming here to help you get down to the business of doing that. And on the other hand, there's also this healing of the heart that brings in your twin flame. And if you are getting ready to do this mission, a lot of times we do that when we meet up with our twin flame, that energy together. It's like our powers combined. What's that stupid show my kids watch? But anyways, so this is the way that you start moving things forward. So this actually is very beautiful. It feels like you're on the precipice of major change in your life. And when I saw this footprints card and it said footprints, it reminded me of that poem about footprints, where the guy was like, when I was miserable and I looked in the sand, all I saw was my footprints. And Jesus was like, dude, no, that was me carrying you. The Spirit's got you. You're not alone. Start talking to Spirit. If you don't do it on a regular basis already, now is the time. And if you have been, good for you, keep it up, because the information is coming. And remember to appreciate and love all the parts of you and all of your experiences. All right? Okay, Aquarius, you have a great week. Get out a journal and start writing, okay? And we'll talk soon. You take care.